So you don't know
if
the
thing. We don't
space.
know what they're going to do exactly.
Yeah. Just so you're aware of the timing.
I do have an Omni hook. In fact, two of us do.
Yeah, but there's no OmniNet access. Remember, it got locked down.
Wait, Zero. Did you leave the OmniHawk or did you take it from the prison?
Well, given that I didn't say I did anything, maybe I don't have it. I guess that might just be Ark's Omni hook at this point.
Well, no, I have an Omni hook too, so yeah, all of us did. All of us are carrying backpack radios, because why not, right?
But you remember that OmniNet access is blocked?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's blocked. Still out here, it's blocked.
So yeah, we could attempt to convince them to do a very close race for the shuttle, unless they happen to have a shuttle of their own just lying around somewhere.
Why would they, though?
That's the thing. I have no idea.
No, I mean, why would they help us?
Because they're going to be destroyed.
Well, they could be destroyed twice a day, apparently, and they haven't been yet.
Like, yeah, again, they don't know just yet.
I can't wait for this to be the master plan of the entire AI system, knowing that you're gonna go to Hive Home and they've bugged your mech, and they've been tracking it, so the moment it goes underground, we've got them. But again, although patience,
we've already very well covered the fact that it's very difficult to track anything underground or send.
Well, that's what I said. The moment you go underground, but then again, you told Patience where Hive Home is. So Patience knows, which means that Blast Krieg 1, whatever, knows as well. So they should already know, so, I mean, conceivably, we could arrive at Hive Home and find that it's gone.
Well, I didn't hear any rumbling in the distance or anything, so...
Well, we might have missed it for all the rumbling that was right in our faces.
But we are here right now, and it's in front of us.
It's after dusk, shortly after dusk, when you reach the entrance tunnels to Hive Home. There's nobody at entrance tunnels, and you would need 3 to 4 hours to walk to Hive Home. So it's your decision if you rest the night here at the entrance or you want to do the walk and reach Hive Home around or shortly after midnight.
I'm gonna vote for the walking thing.
Not a democracy.
Oh, my one vote counts. 100% votes are in. 100% of people agree.
Okay. Yeah. You walk and you don't see any rangers for the whole way, and just before you arrive at a Hive Home, so like 200 or 300 meters before, you are stopped from some rangers, but you can ID yourself, and then it's like, oh, you survived, come on in.
Yep, gonna go ahead and tell about all the close calls and everything. Yeah, it was fun.
And
only mostly dead.
And when you reach the city, you realize that it was also damaged by the after effect of the impact. The earthquake basically made under-earth tsunamis with all the water here, and the water badly damaged the city. You see way less people, and you see an evacuation going on. So,
all right.
And you would say the evacuate somewhere southish. And let me. Can
That's
I
when an
somehow?
invisible hand pushes a gun into your back.
And you're told to, go south too. Oh yeah, you see it. Can you read this? It's not the most readable, but you.
If I zoom in a little bit. Mike Allfield.
It's I type what? It's Michael Fields, but anyway.
Okay.
Can I?
So that's where
select-
they're evacuating to. But I need to find the commander.
The Ilya Ordo is already at Michael Fields. They moved the command center.
Then I might have to see who's actually in charge here still. If anyone is.
I mean, you basically see some rangers staying back and guarding entrances to cover the ongoing evacuation, but there would be a highest ranking officer here, but
Right.
nobody.
Because what I'm really seeking from them right now is like some repairs at the very least, and volunteers. Because I need to tell them what my plan is, and that we're basically very short on time for it, I think. Clarify for me again. The other Lancer said that they were going to go at midnight the next night, not this night, right?
Yes.
Right. So we can't. I don't think we can afford to go from Hive Home to there and then all the way back, right?
Exactly. You can't.
Right. So I need to convince the people that are here that we need to rally up and take the one chance that has been presented to us to head into space with as much force as possible and put an end to this before it ends for us. This would definitely fall towards lead and inspire, I think.
Yeah, but just to clarify with this, with much force as possible, if you take all your free mechs with you, you maybe get 8 more rangers with you on the ship. Then it's full. 10 if you really crowd yourself.
You're suggesting for like fitting into the shuttle, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so
just to give you a perspective on how much force.
Okay, so either the Lancers who are in Evergreen manage to escape in full force and we go with them, or we assume that they're either A, not going to go through with their plan, or B, not successfully escape, and we bring the Rangers with us. I would think either way, we'd probably want some Rangers with us to at least escort us there and ensure that we and whoever we take go into space.
Yeah, but for the repairs, you would have no time for repairs. Just
Basically, no time for a full repair, right?
yeah. So your mech would be as it is.
Whoops.
If that influences your plan in any way,
It
shape,
definitely
or
does
form.
inconvenience the plan a little bit, doesn't it? Because man, I wish I could use my license rank 6 stuff right now. Especially the weapons and plus damage, because that would be very essential, let's say.
Hey, do you have a spacesuit, Griff? Zero?
On me, no.
Because what happens if your mech gets destroyed while you're in space and you have to check?
I believe this is why we call it a suicide mission.
I'm just making sure.
Not a lot of those around here, honestly.
Isn't a hard suit protecting you from
Depends
low
on what you
or
got.
zero?
If you don't have a hard suit that's like that, then no. Because there's like the flight suit, which is just flying, and then there's the regular suit, which is literally just like combat fatigues. So if you're not
Yeah.
wearing a hard suit, then no.
Got like a light hard suit. I'm not exactly sure.
Yeah, a light hard suit is just like regular clothes, 'cause that's what I'm wearing.
Yeah, some basic armor or something. So yeah, I mean, if our mech gets destroyed, that's it.
Yeah, and with no printer, there ain't no coming back.
Oh yeah, I see. A sword hard suit. It's environmentally sealed, but you don't wear a sword hard suit.
Right.
That's all.
We decided to be normal people. Well, Griff always decided to be
Cover-
normal
he
people.
just-
I didn't. I chose.
Cover he used to wear assault hard suits, but then he switched to stealth.
Yeah, I chose to be a normal guy this time.
Okay. Okay, but so you ask for the guy in command.
Gosh, right now I'm still in the process of like figuring out how do we do this. We can't do the full repair. We can't get the stuff that would make us really cool right now. We have a limited amount of time. What do we do exactly about this? We could just have them do the mission. And then see how that turns out. This is actually complicated to think about. I'm gonna need 5 seconds. I'm gonna be right back if you don't mind.
Okay, then I'll take 3 or 4 minutes too. Short break.
Alright, I'm back myself.
Yeah.
So what do you two think about last second space mission here?
Good, see him?
I'm looking for opinions. What's in order?
Sir, opinions are like assholes. Everybody has one, and you don't want to hear mine.
That's assuming a lot.
Bam.
So I'm back.
Welcome back. I'm back as well.
If you aren't confused enough, you remember you cut a power line, so the anti-air gun would be down for the time being, so that may or may not have influenced the decision making of the other lancers to maybe change their plans or something. Just as an aside.
Yeah, no telling if or if not they took that as an advantage already and flew off. I don't suppose we would have happened to have looked up into the sky and seen something leaving the atmosphere at any point, would we?
Mm.
That could mean anything.
No, you didn't see anything.
Okay.
We didn't see anything.
Yeah, there's a whole lot of different things to base information off of here. So I could always post to the current leader here if he is aware if the Egregorians have ever had the capacity to go to space on their own, and if they have such available in the near immediate future, like within 24 hours.
Mm.
I could always posit that question.
Sorry, shooting right now. Chewing right now.
It's okay.
Brain. Okay. You remember that one of those 3 stations got killed in action by the Egregorians, so they had some space faring capability. But it's really they don't have anymore. So a little total biome collapse also kind of collapsed most of the capabilities. So now they don't have anything spacefaring.
Right. We might have to investigate that to some degree.
What?
Well, space capabilities, you know.
Oh yeah, okay, yeah.
I think we could probably find a solution, but it might not be immediate, it might not be on their hands. But I think they might be willing to go in on it if we have an idea. So the choice is, do we do a foolhardy assault on the premise that we can still get out there, or retreat and survive? How do you guys like surviving?
Sir, I like it just fine, sir.
Not a democracy.
Opinions are fine, I need decision making. I think our best bet is to not let ourselves get completely destroyed and see if we can rearm and re-equip and deal with the situation. I think even if the Evergreen Force decides to take their chance and go into space and we can't use that anymore, I think we still have available options that I'll want to explore. So, Zero's vote right now, and the only vote that matters, is we will help with the evacuation from Hive Home and join up with the Egregorian forces. And when we do, we will speak with the commander and form up a new plan as we are repaired.
So we're not going to space?
Not today.
You had me all excited.
Don't
Shame
worry,
on you, sir.
I promise. I'll give you a rain check on going to space.
Shame on you.
I know, I'm a terrible parent. So yeah. So Teal Chad, you heard what I just said. We're gonna help the evacuation and go with them.
Yes. I so you definitely feel the tiredness of the day because yeah, it's after midnight. You fought and ran all day,
Hmm.
and you don't have much time to rest. You can insist you can walk through the night if you.
I can always go ahead and pull a lesser and have Athena drive while I sleep. Aha! Full circle now.
Oh yes, you've really showed me. Until you find out the Lesser's controlling your mech.
And the other two will just walk.
No, I teleport.
Very well. Two of you walk through the night. One of you gets an unruly sleep. Oh no, you have enough space to sleep,
I can
right?
spread out and probably lay down. Expanded compartments.
That's
Hello.
Apparently my internet's back.
Yay, that's good. Tell us
Yeah.
when you got it back.
I'm sorry, what?
Tell us when you got the stream back up.
I don't know. Hold on.
Okay.
Apparently it's going to reconnect in 50 seconds or so. So you got 50
Okay.
seconds to do something.
Quick, everyone,
Yeah, I don't know.
say
It's
stuff
like
you can't say on the internet.
you cut out in the middle of a sentence, and I was like, "Huh, that was weird."
I can only hope that doesn't happen when I start running my game, because I know my internet has loved doing that lately. I might have to actually make a support call, but I really don't want to, ever.
Yeah, you got 3 days.
Fun times. Real soon. At least I've been having a lot of fun making the tokens.
Can't you host your game at Europe times? Then I could actually join. But it's
I want to, but like most of the people that I asked to play were the ones that were already playing in that time field, because that was the Mutants and Mastermind game, and that wrapped up, and I just decided to grab all those players, and they're already ready.
yeah.
You could try joining the Scion game, which is run by a European guy.
Yeah, we can talk about it later. Your backup streaming.
Yeah. So I just thought it'd be funny to have the French guy running a game, the German guy.
I speak like 2 words French, so anyway.
That's fine. He thinks all English words are based around French words.
Huh?
I said he thinks all English words are based around French words. He keeps saying a word. He's like, "Oh, that's French." And I was like, "That's okay. We use it too."
Yeah, English, the master of stealing words from other languages.
Yeah, like every other language in the world does. Go
Yeah.
check word origins. Nobody has a unique language.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
something that time where the English Isles were ruled by French nobility, something.
but English is the language with the most words in the world, and basically because they steal from everybody.
You sure? Chinese isn't up there?
Yes, it has more words than Chinese.
I don't know about that.
Yeah,
But I am
We can
too lazy
investigate
to
this
open the
interesting
PDF.
question later.
Okay, that doesn't matter. My whole field very crowded. It's crowded and crowded and crowded, and you arrive there, and it's early in the morning. And 2 out of 3 of you are tired.
Indeed.
Oh.
I would recommend you two taking a rest, and I'll go ahead and start forming up a plan. And I'll go ahead and make sure your mechs start getting repaired as soon as possible as well. So I'll handle all that. You guys get some rest, because I'm probably going to have you head out as soon as you're repaired.
I assume the silence is acknowledgement.
That's about all I can
Yes.
assume.
Yes, sir.
That's
Okay. So I will go ahead and convene with the leadership.
yeah. You have some convincing to do to so they actually let you through, because yeah. Who are you again? Not everybody recognizes you. Not
I'm the guy with the
everybody.
orbital patterns for where that giant fuck off laser came from. Let me through.
Oh, it's not a laser. It's more like a giant metal rod that got dropped.
Oh
But
yeah. So
anyway,
it's tungsten rods, yeah.
yeah, lasers. They are so unreal.
Lasers are
Giant metal rods.
so 2020.
Yeah. Do you know how much energy you would need to blow up a mountain with a laser?
Probably about as
Is
much
that
as it
right?
takes to put a tungsten rod into orbit, wouldn't you know?
No, way more because lasers get really fracturized by all the atmosphere because it's light. So
Well,
anything
that's
that's
easy. All you have to do is ignite the entire atmosphere first, and then it's just as hot as the laser.
but that didn't happen. So
All right.
yeah,
But yeah, I go ahead and just say, like, I know exactly where that thing is. Let me through.
you managed to convince one of the officers who then really slowly leads you to the command post because even with this I'm important, let me through, it's way crowded in here, you can't really move that fast. When you reach the leadership post, it's also kind of crowded in there. At every table there are at least 2 or 3 persons sharing the table. You get a sense, Mycode Fields had its own command post, but it's like for its troops, not for its troops plus Typhoon's troops and leadership. And you recognize Ilya Ordo, who's already awake, and you also recognize Terror beside him.
I'll go ahead and greet them all again. Good to see them again, and that they're actually all alive after all that.
Ilya looks up at you and from some papers and maps. You're still alive. That's good. Thank you. But we've taken a really tough hit to our forces. What's the situation above ground?
Well, it's about as confusing as could possibly be, but to sum it up simply, the entity known as Beggar 1 has gone ahead and overtaken Evergreen and has control of the printer. We've escaped, cut power for as quickly as we could, and escaped to here in the hopes that we can get to space and then take down one of their orbital platforms.
How do you plan to get to space?
You see, that's the part that I might need your help with. Not to mention, we could probably use a few repairs in the process.
Okay.
There was a shuttle up at the launch pad north of Evergreen. However, I don't think it'd be wise to assume that it's still there right now.
Why not?
Because the group that was considering taking it may have already evacuated with it.
Okay.
And there'd be no way to necessarily tell unless you happen to have spotted it taking off, or if we go and check ourselves. It would probably be better to find another vessel.
We don't have any. And we wouldn't know where to find one. And we didn't spot any taking off. But if they took off at night, that doesn't say that much.
Which is understandable. You did manage to, or at least the Egregorians managed to attack one of the orbital stations in the past, though, didn't they? There must be some spacebound capability.
Terror intervenes. Yeah. But that was a special breed. They don't live anymore.
That is greatly unfortunate.
I agree.
Does limit our options down. But I think it's it's still the only play that we have if all of us are going to make it through this. There has to be some sort of other vessel. Any sort of crashed spacefaring vessel that we can maybe salvage and launch ourselves up into space with.
Most of the vessels crashed on the eastern continent. We don't have access to that continent. You remember? A few subalterns in between.
Right, that's understood. So where does that leave our options then? We have the orbital satellite. Evergreen had power cut, but I don't know how long that will actually last. That'll keep them from printing out any more mechanized troops or vehicles for the time being, which could give us an edge if we wanted to try to assault Evergreen. But if we do, it's possible they might just destroy Evergreen rather than lose the printer. That's my current fear. Do you think that pans out with what we've seen of them?
Yes. Yes, I do.
Yes.
So at best, we could put everyone into a losing position on this planet, but we can't secure a win unless we get that orbital platform.
And uh, hmm, hmm. Yeah, he signs an order. I give you permission to have some repairs. But yeah, it doesn't seem too well right now, our position. You don't happen to know where Beggar one would be, because yes, striking off the head is probably our best chance.
Right. We can't exactly get to the king right now, which is why I was hoping we could at least get the satellite.
You mean the space station?
Right, the space station. Sorry, I keep interchanging in my head the terms. They're all in space and they go in circles.
Yeah, but the one is small, the other one is big.
I mean, the moon's a satellite.
By that
But let's see.
definition, every planet is a satellite.
So confirmation on this. The people on the other continent, you think they might have access to some spacefaring capabilities?
At the what on the other continent?
The people on the other continent.
Yes, but you also remember we are at war with them, and they are basically controlled by the machine.
Right.
Mm.
Not super great. Well, that does also explain how they got to space. Hey, everything makes sense now. Hey, Teal-chan, offhand, would I happen to have seen or remembered what the kind of shuttle schedule Evergreen was looking at right now? Like when their next possible arrivals were?
Mm. Mm. Yes.
Whenabouts would that be? What kind of timetable would we be looking at if we wanted to plan around that kind of idea?
Mm. But let's roll a die.
2D10 weeks.
No. 2 weeks, but you have no omninet access. Shuttles kind of make contact before they land. They might think something is fishy if they can't make access.
Right, it's unlikely that they would just suicide down and see what happens.
And even if they decide to approach, in 2 weeks, Evergreen might have energy again, and it's the obvious landing point, and they have anti-air guns. You don't know what happens.
Oh yeah, I remember what happens when other people have anti-air guns. All right then. So that is what I was fearful of, that it would be too much time. I mean, maybe we could hold out for 2 weeks, but they're moving pretty quickly. And 2 weeks of printer time is a lot. This is a difficult scenario, short of, say, going to the other continent, finding one of their shuttles, taking off with it after taking out their anti-aircraft weapon, and then going to space to take out their orbital platform. That would be the only alternative, I think. I don't suppose if the other continent had spaceports, if they happen to have already known the locations of it here.
No, the others don't have spaceports, but
Okay.
not that. As you continue talking, a runner comes and he's followed by a few Gregorians, and the Gregorians have a white color marking. So, yeah, you recognize it's not from one of the Hive Home Gregorians, but you don't know to which group he really belongs. But a human runner says, Commander Order, Commander Terror, and Ilya and Terror nod, giving him signal to speak on. They were out by the surface, by the entrance to Cupola 32, about to head down and run assessments. Caught it. Caught what, son? The machine. You know where it is. After the machine used its weapon, the colonizers' wire network went down, yes? The Omninet, right? It went down after the machine blew up the mountain.
The machine?
Huh? The machine.
Oh, those machines.
Yeah. Like capital M.
Yeah, I'm seeing now. I thought they were referring to like a specific object for a second.
No. By constructing a wire, they allowed a machine access to this land. It could infect the transmission, could reach from across the oceans to here. Once the machine destroyed the mountain, quieted the colonizer's squire, it should have severed its own control, but it did not. This means that it must have its own squire now, its own relay. And so they told me to shut up and keep watch so they can listen. And above ground you can hear it. We know now where it is. He points at the location. That's an old bait hive, right? He nods. Indeed. Collapsed during the end. We have no underground route there. The weapon the machine has, it will be able to hit us if we travel above ground. Yeah. And by this, they fell into a contemplative silence, thinking about what just transpired.
So they say they identified the location. Where would it be on this map? Over there. Very interesting. So they say they don't have any underground tunnels directly to it. Do have the river. They seem to say that they feel very confident that the orbital platform will get them if anything strikes from above ground. Do they feel like that only for a large group or for a small group?
I mean, if a group is so small that it's neither detected nor a threat, it's not a threat. You're pretty sure Beggar One isn't alone there, but surrounded by thousands of subalterns, possibly tens of thousands. So,
All the more reason to have an orbital platform in our pocket, huh?
yeah, but
I'm sorry,
all
just
the
thinking aloud on that one.
also, time is running out. The forces are advancing. They are checking hive entrances. It's only a matter of time before they fight. It is assumed daylight. The city that got bombed is completely lost. I mean, it got hit directly. And also the other cities behind it, Water Break and Go Down, are presumed lost. It's not exactly sure, but there's no contact. Yeah, and they are searching hive entrances. When
Right. If we wait too long, they'll put us all in checkmate and the war is over. And Beggar One's made it very clear they're interested in getting rid of everything. It is not good or any kind of thing we need to wish to come to pass. So, when it comes to winning this scenario, it definitely means taking a hold of that orbital platform. Our ability to do that is at 0. We had a chance, but we didn't shoot immediately for it.
you can also risk an above ground attack, which, if it gets spotted too early or at the wrong time, could get shot down. And
Right. Surrounding ourselves
terror,
with thousands of subalterns doesn't sound like the best of plans, but it would have to be our desperation plan.
and terror also doesn't like throwing the last defenses from from high form, sorry.
Right.
He is extremely opposed to that.
If we had communication with those other Lancers, maybe we would still have one option open. Just don't. I don't see a way we can with the Omninet access cut.
If only somebody
all
had
other
built some sort of radio system
No, right?
and hooked it up to Hive Home.
Well, I guess it's more the point that Beggar One doesn't allow transmissions in, or he blocks or intercepts them.
There's a different system, remember? Wasn't
Yeah.
Omninet. I'm just saying, no.
Yeah.
It's a shame nobody did that.
At any rate, so what do we do? How do we get to space?
I'd like to make the cliffhanger exactly here. This gives you a
Okay.
few days to ponder your options.
Yeah, to ponder it again, figure out how doomed we are.
Yeah, think about it, Zero. Not democracy.
I would only add like one more question before that is, what would be the possibility of us making a very shoddy one-shot rocket just to try to push us into orbit?
Yeah, put all our fuel into Gawain.
I guess the other one would be, would it be possible for a mech to solo get to space, which I think we covered was a no.
I
Print out an apocalypse rail. Fire at ground.
I mean, we can cover this question. In between, I'll ask the Lancer Discord for their wisdom.
Yeah, my initial feeling is definitely leaning towards very unlikely right now for a large number of reasons. Yeah, let's put the cliffhanger here. If you guys have some ideas, I would still love to hear them. I could use all the help I can get. Please.
You're the CO. I do what you tell me.
Showbiz. Quick, prick yourself with a knife a few times on your mech so that it can activate its armor and then it blocks the tungsten rods. If you brace, you'll take half.
Okay, let's do the math. 1,000,000 damage in half because he's resistant. -7. I think we could call it overkill.
Oh
That's
wait,
only
but I
4.
can eject though.
Wait,
You
don't
get
forget
what?
my leadership die. You can reduce that by a further 1d6.
Yeah, so 500,000 minus 13.
Yeah.
Oh, plus overshield.
Alright. Well, I'll continue thinking of plans, or at least like set up what our options are, and I'll keep thinking about it. And I'll see if I can win this war uh without taking any risks at all. uh it's gonna be fun. Anything else you guys want to close out with?
Oh, this is just gonna be fun.
Alright. So I'll go ahead and get back to thinking then. And I'll
Okay.
probably post that in the chat in a small amount of time too. Alright. Catch you guys later.
Okay. Before you drop out my usual opinions, but Arkloid already said he had fun and dropped out. Any more opinions?
Man, we're not gonna win. Alright. So I think that's about all I got. So I'll catch you around next time. See ya.
Yeah.